It's always nice to receive a little bit of confirmation that you are so loved by your twin flame. But what I'm going to be talking about in this video are very subtle things, and you want to be attuned to them in order to notice them. So here is sign number 1 that your twin flame loves you. They like spending time with you. And that's because you're designed to be around each other. You're designed to be with each other in the 3D. It's not like a soulmate relationship where you need breaks from each other, otherwise you'll just kill each other. You're designed to spend all your time close to each other, with each other. You'll find that just when you're there, they feel safe, they feel comforted. A good way to know is when you're saying goodbye to them, tell them when you're going to be seeing them next and watch their face light up. Your very beings align, your hearts align, your bodies just flow together, your values align, your lifestyles align. It's all really, really good. But don't worry if it doesn't feel like that at the moment. Maybe you find it intolerable to be around them currently. Maybe it used to be so easy and now it's super uncomfortable. And that's okay. It's just the blocks, stuff rising to the surface to be cleared. And as you do that using the mirror exercise, when you've worked through everything, you'll come back into harmony with each other. 2. They call out your bullshit. Please don't fret about this one, because this is what one's true twin flame does, and it's beautiful. Oh yeah, they'll call you out, alright, they'll call you out on all your stuff. Anywhere that you're numbing out, they will point to it. Anywhere you've not been loving yourself, they'll point to that as well. They will point out a million different pain points. All these are places where you need to love yourself. This is them loving you. Yeah, all these pain points need to be identified. You need to go there and love yourself there for each one by one. There's no difference between your love and your twin flame's love. If you're loving you, your twin flame's loving you. If you're loving you, you're loving your twin flame. Everyone who's attained union realised this one thing that everyone else is still figuring out. They're your mirror. They'll show you every place you need loving in consciousness. Only you can do that. Don't try to fix the reflection out there or turn your back on what's being mirrored if it doesn't feel good. You don't change the reflection by manipulating the mirror or try to reach into the mirror to move stuff around. You change it by going within and adjusting what's causing the reflection. Your twin flame loves you so much, they do this to ensure that every single piece of you is fully loved. They're intimately interested in your relationship with the divine. Your twin flame is just as awake and aware and advanced as you are in this area, even if they're not focused on exactly the same areas as you are. However, they are intimately interested in your relationship with the divine and guide you deeper, whether they say so overtly or not. A few years ago, I was talking to my twin flame about this new spiritual path that I was on. I didn't tell him it was the twin flame path, and I was listening to a lot of rather questionable twin flame talkers at the time. And he said, "So, what do you get at the end of that?" And I stopped myself from saying, "I get you." And he said, "Enlightenment." And at the time, the spiritual paths were all so fragmented. It seemed to be like you had to choose between one or the other. But that's not the case. You can have both. With the work of Jeff and Shirley, you can have both. So he knew this before I did. On this path, you will get laid. You will have fantastic sex with your twin flame and attain full enlightenment or perfect union, the permanent cessation of all suffering. When I was getting distracted from this grand plan, I was focusing small, just the cherry rather than the entire cake. My twin flame knew on some level and redirected me onto the right path. He didn't know what he'd actually said, but he did know that I was investing so much into something, it would have to be worth it. And later on, he triggered me into actually finding the work of Jeff and Shalia and catapulted me into finding the fast-track solution to the issue, actually ending separation once and for all, instead of just floundering around in a loop, settling for less. That's true love. You feel only peace when you're surrendered. Surrendering to what is, that is. Not surrendering to the illusion, not surrendering to the lie, not surrendering to the situation that might not feel good, but surrendering to love itself. Surrendering to what is. That your twin flame is yours, and nobody and nothing can come between you and your union. This is how your twin flame loves you. And the love and peace that you feel is gonna be at its strongest when you're completely surrendered to love itself and you trust love unequivocally. Surrender to truth. Get to know the divine through you and through what your twin flame shows you. Know that the divine through your twin flame is calling you back home to source. You've fallen in love with yourself. This is the most important one because your twin flame loves you like you love yourself. If you rush yourself in a sort of slapdash way, your twin flame will love you in a slapdash way as well. If you love yourself really properly and thoroughly and savour yourself, you gotta love you first, because your twin flame will love you the way that you've loved yourself first. So if you're rushing loving yourself, stop doing that. Be thorough, because you don't want your twin flame to give you the rush type of love, like rush in and rush out. You want them to stay. Don't see them as separate from you. They're not a separate person. They can't do anything independently. It's just about making the choice to choose love. And if you choose love, love is what you'll have. And you know you can do it because you're a boss. Whatever the challenge, just keep going. You'll get there. It's a journey of building spiritual muscles so you have all the resources you need to ascend. And you'll be doing it by your own strength, your own merit. Don't worry if you see others who seem to have it easier than you. There's no shortcut on this journey. Many who don't attain the mastery they need prior to union descend into separation again. But you want to choose to do this journey once and properly, so it's always onwards and upwards for you. Constant growth, constant expansion. Union and harmonious union are just waypoints on your journey to perfect union or full enlightenment. You can always go higher. It always gets better and better and deeper and richer and richer. There'll be no looking back, no backtracking, no more going into separation. Just an uninterrupted trajectory all the way to your heaven on earth with the one great love of your eternal life. Always ascending, always deepening, always more love, more peace, more joy. Your true twin flame will always love you. It's the way you were created. It's spiritual law. That's a given. A false twin flame will not. If you are wondering if your person really is your true twin flame, you can help identify them by watching this video here. If you're not sure that your person is your twin flame, you can help identify that as well by watching this video here. Bye.